view from my window, like I said before, these stories are a view from my window, view from my eyes, but I say view from my window because that's pretty much where I'm looking through blurred vision, through the window as a young kid, even being out in the jets, going to the parties, everything that you're going to hear in these stories, I was a part of. Now, I could speak for Pat Young, Wilson, Tasker, going to parties outside of our normal environment was dangerous because, I can't speak for 5th Street to 13th Street because I wouldn't, but I'm pretty sure going to parties outside of the element was dangerous, especially if you're known to be from a certain place. And, we had parties. We went to Tasker came out Wilson, went to the Young, but it was always dangerous because every hood was territorial. But one of the biggest thing for Wilson was we used to go to the parties down Bonzall Street, down 24th Street, down 19th Street. And now everybody wasn't going to war with downtown. We fought things of that nature, but we also had friends in those areas. But the parties, just to get to the point, you can ask a lot of people downtown in those areas. Yeah, they had trends and they had style, but a lot of the set trends and the things started in the Jets, and we took those dances and we took some of that fashion and took it to those areas where it became fashionable for them to do those things. Some of the fondest memories was when us from the Jets, we went to the parties downtown. Bonzall Street, females in that area had a lot of dollar parties. And it was known growing up that Wilson beefed with everybody from Siegel Street to 24th Street to 20th Street. People before us and people after us beefed. But then you had a mixture of people that, fought this and the third, but also knew people in those areas. Monopoly Boys knew everybody. That one knew people too. They traveled all. That one spread out throughout downtown. So those parties downtown had a mixture of, but the crew that I came up with, and a few other guys that that's part of what we were doing, we went to the parties. And some of the, Bonzall Street was an area we stayed at. McKean Street was an area we would venture to on a Friday night, on a Saturday night. And, that's when a lot of the crazy stuff would happen. We would go into parties doing the Ematic dance. A lot of the homeboys dated a lot of those girls from down there, because they didn't want to date the cats down there. So, it was definitely funny times for us being down there. One of the biggest memories was a fight that started like 2 weeks before on Bonzo. 2 weeks before my homeboy Reek got stabbed in the head. I'll get to that later, but 3 days before that, it was a party on Bonzo Street. And I remember my man Ty Dog and a couple of the guys used to go down there, and something happened down there. We went down there for a party. Me, Tone Bay, a few of us went down there to the party. Bayak, a few other of us went to the party down there, and we was having fun in the party, but I think we were having a little too much fun with the girls down there, and the guys down there got a little crazy, and we got into a little scuffle. Not like a scuffle. They point blank it was 3 of them. At the blink of an eye, it was maybe 30 to 40 of them. That's what I saw. 30 to 40 of them started. It was like 7, 8 of us, and we tried to fight out of it. But every time Wilson came to an event, we always was outnumbered. So I remember getting into a scuffle. We all got into a scuffle, and I remember getting whop in the face, falling to the ground on Bonzall Street, looking up, and one of my homeboys named Tone Bay hit me in the side of the face. Now, to this day, when I asked Tone what happened, he said it was a mistake. And then you had some people that laugh at you like, Tone did that on purpose because you was in the way. But that's when, that night is when a few things escalated afterwards. A couple days after that, we went Ty and them came. We got the Jets. Like, yo, I just was down there. Something going on down there. Let's walk down there. I always walk down there because I was nosy. We'd walk down there, and that second night, same thing happened. But this time we ended up getting the best of them on Bonsall Street, coming out with the win. A couple days later, Reek and DJ always was the first to jump when Ty and them came to get us to go downtown. And this day, I so happened to be chilling, minding my business. Ty comes out there, yo, such going on downtown. Let's go down there. We go down there. Now they was ready for us this time. Oh, they knew we was coming. We get down there, get on Bonsall Street. It was 3-4 dudes at first, but it was like 9, 10, 11 of us. We talking, boom, boom. Next thing I know, the old heads start coming out the house. Next thing I know, them niggas start swinging. We start swinging. But for some reason, remember I told y'all, for some reason, they were prepared for us because all of a sudden, cars started maneuvering, trying to close us off on the block. And I remember Manny kept saying, yo, they closing us off on the block. Next thing I know, it went from 3 to 4 to 5 people. The whole block was outside, even the girls. We had 3 girls with us, Mo, Kim, and I forget who else, but it was only 3 girls with us. But next thing I know, man, all I remember is Manny tapping us, showing us a lane. We dipped out. Next thing I know, because I blacked out, next thing I know, we had Shop and Smile, because at that time where that charter school is now, near the bridge, it used to be Shop and Smile. We get to Shop and Smile, and all I remember is where Reek at. I look back, this nigga wobbling with blood coming out of his head. Now, I don't even remember. He tells the story that I ripped my shirt off and watched him get stabbed in the head, and we left him. That's the story he tells, because he was so dramatically blacked out that he automatically thought we would leave him stranded like that. But that's a story from another tale. I'm gonna get into it more in part 2, but you see where I'm going with it. So let's go back. This is how it really happened. A week before that, me, Rich, we called Miracle back then, was doing a rap battle with these cats from Hamburger Street called the LKS Producer Board. At that time, everybody was coming to Hamburger Street to the studio to do stuff, and they had a house party the same night as the battle. Now, Ty Dog, when they came to doing the E-Manic, was some of the top when they came to the E-Manic, and all the chicks down there knew when them two was in the party and they do the E-Manic, they would set it off. Now this night, Elo had a couple pretty little young chicks, like four or five of them, that was on him from the night before when he was doing the other house party that they had before. Me and Rich, we battled. I believe Fool was there at the time, Murder Mill, a few other people were there. And that after the battle, me and Rich hung down there, Ty Dog and them came down because the chicks that were throwing the party, Elo and them knew. So they knew, you know what I'm saying? So Ty and them in the party, challenging people. This was the first time I seen somebody do the shotgun pump, and that was Ty and Elo. Ty taught Elo how to do the shotgun pump, so Elo would do it too, but he would combine the shotgun pump with the running man, turn around, twist, boom, 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 and that's how it was. After that night, we all went our separate ways, but when we got close to the bridge, it was some cats that was following us. Ty said something to them. And words was exchanged, and that's how that happened. And then a week later, we went back down there to another party, and that's when the brawl stuff happened. Now, fast forward to the day we were hanging out, the Jets, like a Friday. Ty, and them came back out the Jets. Went to DJ Quick first. DJ when they came and got Reek, it was like, yo, let's go downtown and see what they're talking about. We all go down there. Just to go down, we all go down there, being newsy. We get down there, you know, we feeling good. We deep. About maybe 15 of us. You know, we get down to Bonsall Street. It's a little bit of them. You know, we talking our, we talking our shit. You know, pretty much talking our shit. Then all of a sudden, as we get ready to go to blows, I noticed everybody started coming outside on the block. And I'm saying to a couple other cats that was with us, I'm like, yo, was all these cars pulled up on us like this? Before I know it, blows was stole. Next thing I know, it went from 5 of them to the whole block being outside. At this point, see, the story was, Rick always claimed it was DJ, him, then me, and that I watched him get stabbed in the head, which was false. I was not next to him. We'll get into that in part 2 down the line in the episode and get into more of the story about that.